What's going on, everybody? It is Plays and Parlays here. It is a Thursday night. It is a 9-game slate here for some DraftKings NBA tonight. I think I had a really good night last night. I played a little head-to-head, a couple winner-take-alls. I hit on those, which was really fun. The games last night weren't too bad. I saw the Timberwolves give the Bucks a nice run for their money last night. Bucks ended up pulling it out. Timberwolves is definitely a nice game tonight against the Warriors. Not a huge pace-up spot, not a huge Vegas total projected, but then again, I like some of these games that are on. A couple of them I want to stay away from, but also this Kings-Grizzlies game is definitely a high-scoring game that they're projecting. But yeah, here's just a quick look at these, and let's get right over to the slate. So here at the Fire 5, first person I want to plug in at point guard here is definitely a player of the Timberwolves. I know they're dealing with a lot of injuries too, and this is someone that I think definitely can make an impact tonight against this Warriors team who's also a little banged up. Is definitely Shabazz Napier at 5'9". Napier just had a great stretch of like 2-3 games here. Maybe the third game at 16 wasn't too well, but that's when they still had Wiggins. So if Wiggins still misses time, along with Teague misses time, I think Napier here is a lock. Definitely 37 and 43 you can't ignore. He's putting up 20 points a game. I think you can see maybe a double-double out of him, maybe with assists tonight. I think he's going to get an extended run here, maybe around 34, 36 minutes, which would be awesome. And I think he can definitely hit that mark at 5'9". Definitely someone I want to plug in here. At the point guard position for the Fire 5. Someone else at the point guard position, you can also play him at shooting guard, is Derrick Rose of the Pistons. They're going against the Clippers, you can say that, but I don't know. They don't have Patrick Beverley tonight. The Clippers don't, so I think Rose is in a spot where he can definitely put up a lot of shots. The Pistons are missing Blake Griffin, which is really nice. On our side, if we want to play Rose is someone I'm not going to plug in here. I think he's going to be pretty chalky tonight, and I think I'm going to stay away from him tonight. I think maybe if you want to plug him in, if you have a little extra cash, definitely go for it. Definitely not a bad play, and especially for cash, really not a bad play at all. But part of the Fire 5 at shooting guard, a little value here is Kevin Porter Jr. Let's see right here, Kevin Porter Jr. at 4,200. I think the Cavaliers really like this kid. He put up 17 shots last game. He's not going to blow you out of the water with any of his games, but I think if he does go for 30 right here, we're definitely looking at some fire and even maybe some green if you hit on the rest of your picks. I think Kevin Porter here is definitely going to step up, and I think he's definitely getting confidence. I think Kevin Porter definitely going against Charlotte. Not the greatest game, especially not very entertaining to watch, in my opinion. It could be close. I think he's going to play a lot of minutes here. He's been getting a fair amount of minutes. I think we can see 30, maybe 32 minutes, which would be awesome, especially if he stays out of foul trouble. And right here, 17 shots. If he shoots the ball well tonight, we're definitely looking at a nice fire game here from Kevin Porter. Next up, a Warriors player, again in this Golden State-Minnesota game, is Damian Lee. Last time I said I was going to play Damian Lee until he got to 7,000, and I'm sticking with that right here. Kid's got crazy amount of confidence since Christmas. Definitely a double-double potential here we can see out of him. He's putting up a fair amount of shots, 13 shots a game it looks like. I think Lee is always just a nice play, especially in a cash game, but even in a tournament, we've seen him go for 50, and if he can do that here, I think we're definitely looking at some fire and maybe even some green here from Damian Lee. Another teammate of Damian Lee that I'm not going to plug in, but you can definitely look at is Alec Burks. Alec Burks is just a little less than Damian Lee, and he's had a great stretch of games here, especially with all the injuries on the Golden State Warriors. You can see that Burks has the highest amount of usage when they are dealing with injuries. Kid puts up a lot of shots, and the kid can definitely score the ball. I think that's someone you can think to plug in. He's definitely going to be chalky tonight, but that's someone you can plug in a cash game and expect to win some money. At power forward, someone I want to plug in here. Had a good game last night. I played him last night. I think I'm going to roll with him, especially against this Warriors team. A nice game stack I'm looking at. The Vegas total doesn't really, it doesn't really give us a high score here, but I think there's just going to be a lot of run, really high pace. Definitely Rob Covington here. Went for 33 points last night. Just missed that double-double. Especially if we look at a double-double tonight. Maybe 37 DraftKings points would be awesome. That's what we've seen from him before. I think if he can hit that, that would be awesome. Didn't really put up a lot of shots last night, but the minutes are definitely going to be there. I think if he stays out of foul trouble, and if he starts getting a rolling from three, we've seen him put up 9 3-pointers in a game. If he can hit Maybe even 4 or 5 of those 3-pointers. We're definitely looking at a double-double here. Look at Bob Covington if Wiggins and the rest of the squad. I know Towns probably isn't going to play another game, but the Timberwolves are dealing with a lot of injuries here. So if the injuries still stay standing, then definitely Covington is someone I'm going to plug in here for a lock. Last play of the Fire 5. I think my stud of the slate here, definitely looking at Nikola Jokic here at 9-1. You can say what you want about Jokic. I think he's getting back into game shape. Definitely really disappointing throughout this season. The last 2 games definitely disappointing, but obviously we all know his ceiling, triple-double easily. Watch that Houston game, and obviously you can see the score, a blowout by Houston. Harden went crazy again. Still though, he put up 17 shots, and I think that if this game can stay competitive, which I'm predicting it to stay competitive, I think Jokic can really pop off. Definitely triple-double is definitely always in question every night. I think a double-double here, at least with rebounds. If he can get the assist, then we're looking at an awesome spot here. Hopefully over 50 DraftKings points for Jokic would be awesome. I think Jokic is a play in just about all the slates tonight. I don't know if he's going to be that chalky just because of his last 2 games, but I think at 9-1, you can't really fade Jokic here. So that's my Fire 5. If you're looking at a couple other picks that I'm interested in, I like PJ Washington. PJ Washington is, I think he's priced at 5.6. We can check that out. He's priced at 5.8. Again, in that Cleveland game, he's had a great stretch of games. I think he's a very great cash play here. I like him under 6,000. Over 6,000 is not really great to me. Another play here I really like too. I think you can even plug him in. Even in this lineup, if you weren't feeling Kevin Porter, you can definitely plug in someone like TJ Warren, who's had a great stretch of games these past couple of games. 26 is fair, but 30 and 47 definitely will, get you in the fire. I really like TJ Warren here. I think Denver plays a decent amount of defense, but then again, I think Warren can definitely get the little intangibles. He hasn't been rebounding the ball well, especially with Sabonis down there. But I think if he does get some run at the power forward spot, we can definitely see TJ Warren maybe grabbing 7 rebounds and hopefully getting over 16, 20, maybe even higher than 20 points, which would be awesome. So we can definitely see him at a solid play too. And then like I said before, Alec Burks, definitely if you want to plug Alec Burks in, even if you don't want to pay up for Jokic. I think Jokic is my stud tonight, but if you don't want to pay up for Jokic, you can definitely plug in someone like Sabonis and find value somewhere else in your slate and maybe pay it for another stud. Luka's sitting at 12,000, someone I kind of want to stay away from. No Blake Griffin for Detroit, so Drummond's going to maybe be in a smash spot there, but very chonky play for Drummond. But Napier, Porter Jr., Lee, Covington, and Jokic is my Fire 5. I hope you guys all have a great night at DraftKings and win some money.